Hey everybody, happy holidays, happy almost Christmas. This is John Hope Bryant, founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Operation Hope, America's first and largest nonprofit financial services network for the poor, the working class, the struggling class, the teetering class, those with too much month at the end of their money. Whether you're white, black, red, brown, or yellow, you want to see some more green. Can I get an amen? So we're all in this thing together. It's not about race, it's about class. You deal with class, you get race for free. I guarantee you that most of our crisis in the world of race and separation and fear is preceded 5 years by an economic crisis. Look at what's going on here in the US, the crisis of 2009, what's going on in Europe, what happened in the 20th century, always preceded by crisis. Hey, Ricky Saylor, hey, Najee Ali, praying for you, Najee. Hey, Santana, Jerry Leach. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all of you. I want to give you some last minute Christmas thoughts and ideas and ask you to really reflect on this. Hey, Mary from Alaska. This people, first of all, and I'm going to write something on this, we lose track of what Christmas is all about, why we even have Christmas. It is tied to Christ. It is tied to spirituality. And this bracelet here has every religion in the world listed on it. It's given to me by Quincy Jones, one of my mentors. The Islam religion, which mentions Jesus more than the Bible. Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, and Hinduism. And all these religions all recognize Jesus. They recognize him in different ways. Of course, Christ believes he's the Son of God. But all of them acknowledge that he lived, he existed, and he was amazing. And I don't think you should get in a fight over it because God doesn't have a self-esteem problem. He don't need you to affirm him or her to know who. I think that God is male and female. He's separated in order to allow us to grow. So he doesn't need for you to give him acknowledgement. Who do you think you are? He is who he is. It is. He is. He exists. He's before, present, and after. And he allows us to operate in this world and to have the arrogance of believing we actually operate in this world. And he doesn't penalize us for being stupid or saying stupid things or believing we're more important than we really are, like some of our so-called leaders believe that we're all important. But you know, the universe has a perfect accounting system. Whatever goes around comes around. Hey, Stephanie, good morning to you. Hey, Byron. So let's get into this about Christmas. So first of all, it's a meaning for the season. Please sit down with your children, those who you love. Read about the holiday. Read about the timing of it. It's different from actually biblical timing. It's fine because it's symbolically recognizing this special moment. Read about it's about we and not about me. It's about giving, not about getting. It's a season for appreciation and reflection, a time to slow your life down, slow yourself down, give yourself the gift of time, give yourself the gift of reflection. I'm using this time to write a book as an example. Write a note to somebody that you care about, that mentored you. I'm writing several notes to people who've changed my life to tell them thank you. Quincy Jones, thank you. Dr. Cecil Chip Murray, personal note, not an email. This wonderful device is wonderful until it's not wonderful. So I'm gonna do it. This technology my team keeps getting me hooked on. I'm gonna do it by hand because that works. So the important thing is to recognize people who have loved you and cared for you and given so much to you in a meaningful way. And I would encourage you to do that with a personal note, first and foremost. So consider a personal note to those you love. Write it down. And it can be electronic, but there's technology now you can write with electronic ink. So I'll be doing a lot of that to show people and to tell them in my words how much they care for me. And that doesn't cost you a dime. That just costs you your time and your personal reflection. But if you're going to spend some money, consider not wasting it on a gift that some kid's going to break in 2 weeks or forget about it in 4 weeks. Consider one share of stock. And if you're looking at, it's really funny, this new technology. I think I'm looking at you, but I'm looking away. I don't know where this camera's deal is, but I'm doing the best I can. Jamie Nelson, I'm gonna get you for having me use this new Osmo technology. I should just pick the phone up. So consider buying them once they're of stock. I said all of this to say this. You can still do it. It's not too late. It's the day before Christmas, but you can still do this. Consider buying your kid or your nephew or your niece or someone you love hey Richard, a share of stock. And it doesn't have to be super expensive. You can do this for as little as $50. You can go from $50 to $1,500 to buy this share of stock, but you can buy it now, and there's one or two companies I would suggest you look at. There's giveashare.com, and then there is uniquestockgifts.com. Both of them seem to be reputable. I'm going to use them myself, just so you know I'm walking my talk. And they will give you, now this is really cool, when you buy a share of stock for somebody you love, one of these kids, they get a real stock certificate framed with a nice little plaque they can put on their wall. Becomes a point of conversation for you and those you love, but also they get all rights and privileges of a shareholder. They are a real owner in the Coca-Cola or whatever company that you suggest. They are a real owner of the company. This is not symbolic. They get all rights. They get dividend payments for life. They get the right to show up to shareholder meeting for life. They get appreciation. There are several of these stocks I'm going to mention. You can buy me a share, Willie says. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're not a child, Willie. You buy it for yourself. There are shares, if you had bought them 3 years ago, they would have tripled in price by now. What gift can you think of that actually triples in price or doubles in price? Or no, you guys like that. What gift is not useless several years after you actually bought it? So you might want to say to yourself, gee, I should buy a kid a share, but gee, let me buy myself a share of stock. So that's actually not a bad idea. Let me tell you, give you some stock, not stock ideas because I don't recommend stocks. But let me tell you some of the stocks that you can buy from these two companies, giveashare.com. And I don't own any interest in these two companies. I'm not marketing for these companies. Great idea, my cousin Rakita said. And you got young people, Rakita, around you that you can definitely hook up in this way, that you'll be spending a lot more money on useless gifts than what I'm talking about. I'm talking $50 on up, right? And you can give them a gift certificate right now. I mean, they buy it right now. They'll get an email that announces their gift right now that you can give to them. And then they'll get the actual gift within 2 days to 7 weeks, depending on how much you want to rush it. But you can buy, and I'm not going to, again, I don't own any of these two companies. I'm buying their product, but I'm not a marketing agent for these companies, what I'm saying. So you don't have to worry about me. Thorward says she had this idea just recently. Good. Randy says, good idea. Here's some of their stocks. And by the way, you should buy what you love. Buy what the kids wear. Buy what the kids have on their rear ends, on their feet, on their head, on their, buy the products that they love. So I'm wearing a Ford shirt today. You can see that, right? All right, so I love Ford performance. I own a Ford racing car, and I'm going to buy some Ford stock. But also, you can go from AT&T, Google, Abercrombie and Fitch, Samuel Adams for those who drink beer, Boeing, Callaway for those who golf, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Facebook, eBay, Ferrari. For $100. When can you get a Ferrari product for $100? Harley Davidson, for those who like motorcycles, that's $100. Goldman Sachs, that was a little expensive. GameStop, for those who like gaming, these kids love gaming, that's $65. Fannie Mae, the Home Depot, Hershey's, IBM, Hasbro for kids who like those products, Mattel for kids, $68. Netflix, for those who are hooked on Netflix. Michael Kors, ladies, you love those Michael Kors bags. You can buy Michael Kors for $83 for somebody in your family. Helen says, this is what I tell people all the time regarding kid gifts. Good. Microsoft, $100. The New York Times, $54. Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company. SeaWorld, $59. Here you go one. Here's one for you. Starbucks. You know you guys love Starbucks. That's $104. Tesla, that's expensive, $400. Tata Motors, I don't really like the cars, but somebody in the world does. That's $74. Under Armour, I like their products. That's $65. UPS, very philanthropic company, good company. Rakita like that. That's $200. Walmart, $130. Volkswagen, $70. And goes Yummy Brands, that's $116. World Wrestling, for those who really like wrestling, that's $59. Okay, so as you can see, you can really be all over the map here, high and low. And that's just from one of the companies. You get, again, Unique Gifts, uniquestockgifts.com and giveashare.com. Both of them, I think, would be good selections for you. And if this puts your kid in the ring of free enterprise and educational opportunities for them, as well as a gift opportunity, as well as an investment opportunity. And this is a gift that keeps on giving. It will be more value. Donika says Synovus Bank. Hey, Nike, exactly. Think about the companies that you like. Esther File, hey, she's a hope leader. Yeah, I last got on while live. Merry Christmas, Chairman. Hey, Esther, you do a great job for Operation Hope. That's one of our Hope Financial coaches. If you wonder why I'm holding the phone up like this, is because Jamie Nelson, who my tech guys told me in my Atlanta office to use this device that he gifted me that failed on me. But I never give up. You saw I grabbed the camera, and we're going to figure this thing out. Jamie should be laughing right now. Okay, so when you buy this gift, again, you get dividend payments. You get the right to show up at a shareholder meeting. You get the right to vote on the board of directors. You get all of the private and confidential information you get as a shareholder of the company. You only have to buy one share, and when you buy one share, you have as many rights as a billionaire that owns 500,000 shares. Think about that. That's a capitalist for you who understands the free enterprise system. Once you own one share of a publicly traded company, you have all rights and privileges of anybody else that owns a share of that company. Think about how powerful that is, and the information and the knowledge you can get that is only privy to shareholders once you own a share of that stock. Buy it, put it on the wall, and use it as a point of conversation to have a sort of a financial summit with your children, kids, in-laws, whatever. And, consider buying it for yourself. If you want to do something for somebody you love, as I said, write them a note if they sort of had a positive impact in your life. If you want to do something for me, write me a note. You can write it on Facebook live. Write a post. Send a note to my office. If I've helped you in any way, let me know about that. Let the Operation Hope family know what we've done to help you. I'm not looking for a physical gift. I'm looking for a spiritual awakening for the world. That's my desire. Let's not let a crisis go to waste. Let's not get depressed over how crappy the world seems to be right now. Let's be the change we want to see in the world. You guys like that? I love you back. Let's be the change we want to see in the world, right? Let's make rainbows after storms. Let's understand that loss creates leaders. Let's understand that life is 10% what life does to you and 90% how you choose to respond to it. Remember also, when you're depressed, an addiction is basically a response to an emotion you can't handle. An addiction is a response to an emotion you can't handle. So if you get depressed about what's going on right now and you don't do something positive about that, it's going to turn into negative energy. And that negative energy will morph into depression and an addiction possibly. And addictions include all the E's: shopping, drinking, drugging, talking too much, shouting, arguing, but the thing I'm going to focus on today is the shopping that is the ing you really can't afford. Hello, Faith Johnson, and good afternoon to you. Hey, Beverly Rice. Don't go shopping to cure your addiction, because you then will have another problem after Christmas, which is being broke. So you'll get this immediate rush of feeling, today, this is great, I'm shopping, I'm spending money I don't have, And then tomorrow, next week, the bills come, and now you are depressed, distressed, and broke, and with a worse situation than you had before. So write a note, if you don't have any money, to somebody you love. Even you went to go get some personal stationery and just wrote a really nice note. Go to the mall, get the best stationery and envelopes you can find. You know, in an era when nobody gets any mail anymore other than it's a bill, write a personal note on nice stationery, nice pen. I use a fountain pen myself. Show you. I use a fountain pen myself because if I'm going to write, I want to at least, whatever I do, I want to try to do with the substance and the integrity of that moment and give it everything I got. Write a personal note to somebody, express your love to them, pop it in the mail, lick a stamp, put it on it, pop it in the mail. They'll be shocked, but I guarantee you they'll appreciate that more than something that they may or may not like and may break tomorrow. Okay, so I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this. Hey, Ron. I love you, man. Valentina, hey, I love you and love Adam. I hope this has helped, and the little one, by the way. I hope this has helped you to reflect on the importance of the season, what you could be doing other than spending all your time in crowded malls with stressed out people who are arguing and fighting in line over stupid tennis shoes, which, of course, destroys the whole point of the moment and shows you are ignorant. Okay, Beverly, hello and Merry Christmas. I'm sitting here listening to John Hope Bryant. Okay, Valentina, we love you too. Happy holidays. Raquel, thank you, love. You so much for caring for us. Faith Johnson, can't wait to meet. Okay, love you guys much. LaShawn Bradford, great advice. People really like receiving handwritten messages. Exactly. So those are two examples, one meaningful for children, one meaningful for you. It doesn't have to cost you a fortune, but will be meaningful for a lifetime. Love you much. I'm out, unbought, unbossed, unbiased, coming to you straight and no chaser with the civil rights movement from the Operation Hope Atlanta offices. And I appreciate you more than you know. I believe in you more than you know. And 2017 is going to be an amazing year for the civil rights movement, and because you're paying attention, for you too. I'm out. Make a great day. Happy holidays.